Welcome to Inertia. Today we will discuss the theme Bricks, Beads and Bones, the Harappan Civilization, NOTE-3 from NCERT. In the previous video, that is in Note 2, we have already discussed about tracking social differences, looking for luxuries, finding out about craft production, and identifying centers of production. Strategies for procuring materials. Clay was locally available. Stone, timber, and metal had to be procured from outside. Procurement was done by the help of bullock carts as indicated from terracotta toy models. Now we look at a picture of terracotta toy models of bullock cart found in Harappan civilization. The Harappans established settlements such as Nageshwar and Balakot in areas where shell was available. Shortughai in far-off Afghanistan near the best source of lapis lazuli, a blue stone that was apparently very high valued. Lothal, which was near sources of carnelian from Bharuch in Gujarat, steatite from South Rajasthan and North Gujarat, and metal from Rajasthan. Another strategy for procuring raw materials may have been to send expeditions to areas such as the Khetri region of Rajasthan for copper and South India for gold. Occasional finds of Harappan artifacts such as steatite microbeads in these areas are indications of such contact. Contact with distant lands. Chemical analyses have shown that both the Omani copper and Harappan artifacts have traces of nickel, suggesting a common origin. Mesopotamian texts datable to the 3rd millennium BCE refer to copper coming from a region called Magan, perhaps another name for Oman. Other archaeological finds suggestive of long distance contacts include Harappan seals, weights, dice, and beads. Mesopotamian texts mention contact with regions named Dilmun, probably the island of Bahrain, Magan, and Meluha, possibly the Harappan region. Now we look at a picture of gamesmen or lingers which were used as an evidence for contact with distant lands. It is likely that communication with Oman, Bahrain, or Mesopotamia was by sea. Mesopotamian texts refer to Meluha as a land of seafarers. Besides, we find depictions of ships, boats, and boats on seals. Seals, scripts, and weights. Seals and sealings were used to facilitate long-distance communication, as tampering was easily detected by the breaking of the seal. 1. An enigmatic script on the seals. Harappan seals usually have a line of writing, probably containing the name and title of the owner. Scholars have also suggested that the motif, generally an animal, conveyed a meaning to those who could not read. The Harappan inscriptions are short, non-alphabetical, around 400 signs, and written from right to left as apparent, by cramping of script on the left as if the writer ran out of space. Now we see letters on an ancient signboard of Harappa. The next picture is the picture of a unicorn mold of seal. Weights. Exchanges were regulated by a precise system of weights, usually made of a stone called chat and generally cubical. Metal scale pans have also been found. Ancient authority. There are indications of complex decisions being taken and implemented in the Harappan society. For example, the extraordinary uniformity of the Harappan artifacts, as evident in pottery seals, weights, and bricks. Especially bricks were of a uniform ratio, even if they are not produced in a single center, from Jammu to Gujarat. Palaces and kings. Power centers and people in power of the period are uncertain. In Mohenjo-daro, we find a palace but no spectacular finds in it. The famous stone bust of a bearded man labeled as the priest king. The reason for such a name is due to comparative parallels drawn between the priest kings of Mesopotamia. Now we see the picture of the priest king found in the Harappan culture. Many theories of no ruler society, several ruler society are also in the view. Single state theory is most plausible due to the complexity of decisions. The end of the civilization. There is evidence that by 1800 BCE, most of the mature Harappan sites in regions such as Cholistan had been abandoned. Simultaneously, There was an expansion of population in new settlements in Gujarat, Haryana, and western Uttar Pradesh. Probable causes range from climatic change, deforestation, excessive floods, the shifting and or drying up of rivers, to overuse of the landscape. Some of these causes may hold for certain settlements, but they do not explain the collapse of an entire civilization. This is evidenced by the disappearance of the seals, the script, distinctive beads and pottery, the shift from a standardized weight system to the use of local weights, and the decline and abandonment of cities. In the next video, that is, in Note 4, we shall discuss about discovering the Harappan civilization, Cunningham's confusion, a new old civilization, new techniques and questions, problems of piecing together the past, classifying finds, and problems of interpretation. Please subscribe to Inertia.